Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Torrance with SwordGuyBuilds.com. So if you're anything like me, you might see the movement of a whip and think, man, how does it move like that? It's like it's got a mind of its own. And of course, if you're new to whips, or if you've only seen them in shows or in movies, it can really look like magic, almost like the whip is being guided from the end the person is not holding. So in this video, I will be giving you my simplest explanation for what's actually happening, as well as the simplest key to cracking a whip yourself. So to begin with, there's one physical attribute and one sort of abstract principle that make a whip move like a whip. First is its taper, which encourages the travel of energy from the thick end out to the thin end. So any movement you make will already be traveling down the length of the whip just by the nature of its taper. So then how do you ensure that that movement makes it all the way down the length of the whip to the popper? The answer is through the use of tension. If you imagine a guitar string, you know intuitively that the strings can't hold a wave and make music if they're not held in tension. A whip also needs tension to carry a wave forward, and that's the secret. Everything in whip handling comes down to the dynamic management of tension and the purposeful guidance of that tension. So that's the secret, and here is how to use it in practice. Step number one is to generate tension. You can do this by swinging the whip in a circle or by pulling it up off the ground so that it floats. Either way, if you want it to crack in front of you, you need to get it in the air behind you under tension. Step number two is to apply forward energy. This part will feel a lot like throwing a ball. And most of the time it doesn't have to be as sharp or as hard of a motion as you may think. Just focus on moving your shoulder, then your arm, and then your wrist in that order to bring the whip up to speed. Step number three, and this is going to sound strange, is to get the whip out of its own way. This part will require motion in multiple dimensions. You'll need to pull your whip hand a little bit toward the center of your body so that as the whip moves, it doesn't tangle itself. And you'll also need to drag your hand down and backward to maintain the tension. Now, of course, as you practice and get better, it'll become much easier for you to feel the tug of the whip in your hand, which will make all those small motions much more intuitive. When this step is executed with the right timing and proportion for the whip that you're using, you'll get a very clean movement of the thong and a crisp crack. So again, you're going to generate tension, apply forward energy, and then get the whip out of its own way. That's the entire secret. Once you're familiar with these concepts, I think a very interesting exercise is to go through other whip cracking videos and see if you can find those three elements: tension, forward motion, follow through. They are technically always there, but they will look different ways depending on what move somebody's doing. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if these concepts help you in the same way that they helped me when I was first starting. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Stay safe. Bye.